Hello, Ivan.
Hello, Alan.
Welcome. How are you?
I'm really excited about weekend.
Are you excited about the weekend? Excellent. So am I.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm happy it's the weekend. Gonna chillax a little bit. Maybe go to the cinema and watch a new movie or something like that.
It's a good way to spend the time.
Yeah, I haven't been to the cinema for a while, so I thought maybe
What did you do today?
today. Nothing much. Today was a normal Friday for me. I was teaching in the morning, had some other lessons. Actually, pretty busy. Every Thursday and Friday for me is very busy.
Do you teach only online or at school as well?
No, I'm teaching at another school as well. So I usually teach here online at home at night time, and just 1 hour in the morning. But throughout the day, I'm at school.
Mm.
Yeah, so very busy.
And is it international school or you teach in English for English learners? Teachers?
No, I teach
International students.
International students, yes.
Mm-hmm. I think it's really interesting to meet different cultures, different people.
Absolutely, yes, yes. I think, was it you that mentioned that you'd like to teach
Yes, I did.
in Korea or South Korea? You wanted to go, one of the
Thailand.
Asian. Thailand, sorry, yes.
Yeah.
So
I have experienced, I have been to Santa Barbara, the city in California, and I was there for 6 months in international language school, and it was a very cool experience for me.
that's great. So this was your beginning of your English journey.
Yeah.
Nice. So when do you plan to go or to travel to Asia?
Actually, we're going at first with my father, and we have already purchased tickets on November 15.
Woohoo! Excellent. So you're going for a holiday there?
At first, yeah, for maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks for holiday, and then I'm going to find a place to stay, and of course I want to find a job there. I know that it must be very hard, but I will try, and I hope that everything will be okay.
And which city exactly?
The name of the city is Hua Hin.
This is in Thailand, you said, or?
In Thailand, yeah.
Thailand. Okay.
Have you ever been there?
No, I haven't been to Thailand. I've been to Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, but not Thailand. Is that a big city?
This one, no. Actually, I've been to Thailand 5 times so far.
Oh wow!
for holidays, but I have never been to Hua Hin.
I see.
We chose the city because it's not big, it is not very popular, and it's very silent. There are not a lot of tourists there.
I see.
And it must be easier to find a job there, I think.
Probably, yeah. It's not far from Bangkok.
2 hours by train, I guess.
Wow, that's awesome. So if you wanted to go to Bangkok, you can all go there really, without a problem.
It's not difficult.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's good. That sounds like a good location.
I really love Thailand.
I can tell you've been there quite a few times. And so you've been there previously, you said.
Yes.
Did you travel with your dad or with other?
With my dad, yeah.
And why Thailand? What's so fascinating for you about Thailand?
For me, one of the reasons I think it's a good place to start to teaching English. It's not might not be so hard as in other countries, and it's not very expensive city to live. Yeah, and of course I really like this country, and I like people there. I like the weather.
It's absolutely nice. I'm just looking at some of the photos. It's a holiday destination, right?
It's holiday destination, but it's not so famous as Pattaya, Phuket, Samui, or other places in Thailand.
I see. I see.
It's not so famous, especially for Russians. If you know, in Pattaya live 200,000 people, and 50,000 are Russians already.
No way.
Yeah. It
Wow,
was
that's
impossible to imagine it like 15 years ago, or even 10 years. There were not any Russians, but because the conditions of visiting of Thailand is not very strict, and a lot of people moving there for permanent living.
Wow.
From Russians.
I know that when I was in Egypt, there were a lot of Russians, Sharm el-Sheikh. You know Sharm el-Sheikh?
Yes, for sure.
I mean, the locals, the Egyptians, they spoke Russian fluently. You know, because of the amount of Russian tourists that come there. It's really good. So that's amazing. Yeah.
I know that many Australian teachers come to Thailand as well. It's a very popular destination for Australian.
Absolutely, yeah. It's not far for for Australians to you know, to go to Thailand, and so they can easily go back home for, you know, when it's holiday or when it's a break, and yeah. Not only in Thailand, you find Australians. I mean, all over the Southeast Asia. Yeah, like Vietnam, Taiwan, China, Japan, South Korea. You know.
Okay. And when you were in Malaysia, did you teach there or just?
No, I was there just on a holiday. I was there for a week, I think, 1 week, yeah. And I was in Kuala Lumpur. Yeah. Well, I had a choice, either go there, because I went with my wife. You see, this is when we got married. So yeah, it's different. We thought, okay, should we go to KL for a bit of shopping, or should we go to the islands? The wife said, shopping. So I have to listen to the wife.
Of course.
Otherwise, I'll be in trouble. But I kind of, you know, regret not, you know, going to the islands, because everyone was telling me, oh, you should have gone to the islands because they are absolutely amazing and beautiful.
But by the way, which city were you born in Australia?
I'm from Perth, Western Australia. Yeah.
Actually, the Australia is one of my main destination. I really like to travel, and I have heard that Australia is a very beautiful country.
Oh, absolutely, yes, it is. You can find all sorts of things in Australia, and some things that you won't find anywhere else.
It calls indigenous or something, yeah, like unique.
Yes, unique things. Wild animals, wild plants, you know.
But I know that a lot of poison animals and plants live in Australia.
Yeah, but you know, honestly, I mean, I've lived there most of my life, and I've never been bitten by a spider or snake or kangaroo or koala or shark or anything like that. So you know, these animals, they don't necessarily they stay away
in the city.
Yeah, even in the city you might find some. There are certain spiders that you'll find in New South Wales, yeah, in Sydney, in that area there. But usually, if you stay away, if you don't, for example, if you see the spider and you play with it and you are, annoying it, it'll bite you. But usually the spiders, they stay away from us. They don't necessarily go onto us, and they don't want to bite us, unless you're agitating it. If you're agitating it, of course it'll bite. It wants to defend itself. So yeah, and it's not as scary as some people, make it seem.
It depends on you.
Yeah, and also like the beaches, for example. If there's a lot of surfers, and people love going to the Australian beaches, and we have shark attacks. Okay. However, it's not like during the peak time when everyone's in the water and then a shark comes and starts biting everyone, eating all the people. No. It's usually at odd times when there's the odd surfer. He's surfing where he shouldn't be surfing, where it's a bit dangerous. He goes out, and obviously there are sharks, wandering about. So,
however, the sharks are not the most dangerous.
No.
The most dangerous are jellyfish.
Exactly. I was about to say that. Yeah. So that's something you should keep an eye out when you're in the sea, in the ocean. Especially the box jellyfish. Box. It's a very small jellyfish, like maybe smaller than my fist. Something like that. It's like the size of my fist, maybe a bit smaller. And it looks like a box. And it's got very small and actually, sorry, it's got long, how do you call them? Pinnacles, I think. Yeah, so that's very poisonous. If that gets you, you can die within minutes. If someone has a bad reaction, you're gone. And yeah, but they're not common everywhere, and they only comes during certain seasons and times of the year.
I think you are talking about this one. I typed it in the
Cuba medusa. Yeah, I don't know this is the Latin name for it. Yeah.
We called it in such way.
Yeah, I guess so. Is it the box jellyfish? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure what the other name for it is. Medusa box. Yeah. Might be, but it's something like that. Yeah. It's quite small, but it's very, very deadly. I've never.
You can't see it.
Yeah, it's difficult to see it. You're right. I've never been stung by a jellyfish. However, my dad has. My dad has been stung on his lip. It wasn't the really dangerous one. It was a normal jellyfish. So his lip just swell up a little bit. He got swollen. That's about it. Eventually, the swelling reduces. Yeah.
I have been bitten by jellyfish two times, I think.
Really?
Yeah. Or even 3 times. 2 times it was not very dangerous. It was just a small bite. But once in Thailand, actually, it was very very dangerous. I had a big spot on my leg, red spot, and I was not feel well maybe 3 days or 2. Yeah.
And what did you go to the emergency department? Did they?
No, I just I didn't do anything.
You didn't do anything. No wonder. You could have died.
It was not so bad. I felt bad, but I was sure that everything would be okay, and I didn't want to worry someone.
I see. Was this the 3rd time that you were stung?
Yeah.
So you had experience from before, and you thought, okay, it's not gonna be very bad.
So bad.
Yeah. Sometimes you don't know what type of a jellyfish it is. It's better be safe than sorry. Yeah, like they say. So yeah, you've been around the world. And Australia, you haven't been to yet. You're hoping
No,
to go.
no. For us, it's really hard to go to Australia. It's
Yeah,
really
you
hard,
mentioned that.
difficult to get visa to visit Australia.
Yeah, and they're making it more and more difficult now.
Really?
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but that's how it is.
How about New Zealand?
Um,
Have you ever been there, by the way?
I haven't
No?
been to New Zealand, no, but I know it's a beautiful place. It's absolutely stunning. A lot of the movies that are being shot,
Oh yeah,
they're
a lot
shot over
of
there.
the rings.
Lord of the Rings, many more. Yeah, they have stunning scenery there. Um, but yeah, maybe one day you can find yourself in both countries after you graduate and you become a professional ESL teacher.
Like you.
Yeah, then you can go there, and because when you do, when you become qualified and you have some experience under your belt, then it's easier to find or to get the paperwork,
For sure.
the visa and all that. Yeah. So
I think
hopefully.
you have been to many countries, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been to a few countries. I don't know where I'm gonna end up. I'm moving constantly. But for now, we're gonna be here in the UK, in England, yeah, close to Manchester. Yeah.
Is it a good place?
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. Yeah, yeah. The living expenses can be a bit high. It's expensive to live here. So it's usually good if for example, if you're married, if you yourself and your partner are both working, then you can easily get by. But if you're working by yourself, you can still get by. It depends what kind of profession you have. You know.
I see.
Yeah, and it also depends where exactly in England you're living. If you're living in London or close to London, geez, yeah, it's really expensive there. You gotta have a solid profession with a lot of experience and yeah, have a good stable income. Because there it's like triple than what you find in some other areas in England.
Triple?
Triple, yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So for example, you might be paying, I don't know, for a very average apartment or flat, £400, let's say, for 2-bedroom apartment.
For 1 month, but it's not
per month. Yeah, this is per calendar month.
Actually, it's not so bad, I think.
It's not so bad. Yeah, I think in Moscow you're probably paying maybe a bit more than that, isn't it?
Like this. Now it's a very bad situation in Russia. The ruble has been how to say lost in value recently a lot.
Oh, I see. So
maybe 7 months ago, $1 was 30 rubles, and today it is 40.
Oh, that's not good.
It's really bad.
Yeah, these things happen. You know, every now and then there is some sort of conflict or
in Ukraine.
Yeah, and then what happens? The economy kind of crashes. I experienced that when I was in Egypt. You know, I was there during the time of the whole uprising and the revolution that happened.
Civil war.
Yeah, it wasn't a civil war, but it was the people were, you know, standing up against the regime. And they wanted the president to step down. So he stepped down, and then there was police started to kill people. You know, they were killing people in the streets, and it was basically horrible. And we were there at that time. So, but it wasn't as bad as you might think it was. You know, because when you're outside of the country, people, the media,
shows the bad situation.
They exaggerate things. So, but it was okay, and eventually we couldn't remain there any longer because it was getting a bit unstable. So we decided to leave. So yeah, I know what it's like when you're when the currency just totally changes. Yeah, no one, because we had the Egyptian pound over there. So every time when you traveled, because we traveled to the Emirates, Dubai,
Yes, yes, I know.
for a week, and we had some Egyptian pounds with us, and they didn't want to accept it. They said, sorry, we don't accept Egyptian pounds anymore. So what now? I had all this cash with me. What to do? I had to use a credit card, didn't I? So anyways, yeah, it was a long story.
I see.
Yeah.
It's
So
crazy.
anyways, yeah, let's get started. Looks like nobody else is joining us. It's just the two of us. So you're having a private lesson with me. This is, usually a good thing for the student. Yeah. Because all the attention you're gonna get from me now. I think you were here the last time we did this, right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, speaking for IELTS. Okay,
And
that's
I
good.
did homework.
You've done it. Excellent. Is it the same one though? Which homework?
It was about prediction, speculate, and it was homework about to choose. What is it? Prediction, speculate, or something? Or intention.
Oh, that. Yes, yes. This is a different one. Yeah, this is IELTS preparation with Margot.
It's different.
Yeah, with Margot Politis. This is that video that we watch, and then afterwards, yeah, that's the other one. This here is the speaking for IELTS. It's the Collins edition. You may have even done this. Let's have a look. I'll screen share it so you can see. I know Andre is a very regular student. Every time I have IELTS, for some reason today he didn't come. So we covered the last time. We spoke about the next page. Yeah, expressing attitude. And before that we can express the idea that things are equal or not equal in several ways. So.
Oh yeah, I did it.
Do you remember?
Yes.
So Marie's accent is as difficult to understand as Sophie's, for example. You remember this, yeah?
Yes.
Good. Yeah, and then we wanted to say that we use nearly as, yeah? So we say, my mom's English is nearly as good as mine. So not quite, but almost. Yeah. And then we have the negative one. So we use not. So Hungarian is not as widely spoken as English. It's the opposite. Okay, and then expressing attitude. Let's recap a little bit. Yeah.
We have done it as well, I think.
Yeah, you remember all this. You understood everything?
Yeah. We did this exercise.
Excellent. So there's no questions. There are no questions from you then about this.
No.
Okay, let's move on. This was okay. We did another student. So let's do now pronunciation.
Oh, nice.
Consonants. I think your pronunciation is pretty good. I have to say I'm pretty pleased with your pronunciation. You don't have any major weaknesses that I can pick out.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, some students usually they have pretty obvious, especially if they're from Russia or the Ukraine. They have a very obvious accent from that region. But yours is not strong. Yeah, not strong at all.
I'm trying to fix it.
That's okay. The thing is, I always say this to my students. Some students, they're learning English all their life. The whole life, since they were from, in school, now they're 30 or 40, and they have developed this habit, this pronunciation habit, and they don't make any effort to change it. Do you understand? They've gotten so comfortable with it, and they just don't make any effort to change it. I always tell my students, you must break this habit. You must break the habit, and maybe in order to to break it, the first thing to do is to listen to yourself. Record yourself, or watch some of these hangout videos that we do. Like this one here is been recorded. It's live right now. So after the lesson, you can go and watch it and listen to yourself and see how you sound like, and then listen to a native speaker, or listen to me, the teacher. Yeah.
Yes.
And then try to speak or say those words exactly like me or like the teacher. And then you keep making that effort. It's going to be difficult, but eventually it becomes second nature. It becomes automatic, so you don't have to struggle anymore. So this is what I usually say, and it works. Students just have to make that bit of effort.
I hope.
Yeah. So you don't have to make as much effort, because I see that your pronunciation is pretty. You're on the right track, to becoming fluent.
Thank you.
And Olya has joined. Hello, Olya.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hello.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine.
Okay, so we are basically just started. Ivan and myself had a nice chat.
We did.
Yeah, we were discussing many things. So we just started, and you haven't missed anything, Olya. So pronunciation, and we're talking about consonants. So they want us to listen to the consonants and the words with these consonants. Okay, then listen again and repeat. Isolate the consonants you find difficult to pronounce, probably because they do not exist in your language or are pronounced slightly differently. Okay, so I'm going to play the audio now. So if you can mute yourselves.
Alan, sorry.
Yeah.
Can you read this word, please, which I typed in the chat? I just wanted to know how to pronounce it.
Yeah, there are two ways of pronouncing it. The T can be silent, or it can be spoken. So you can say often or often. So both.
Thank you.
You see, both are correct.
It was my question.
No problem. So okay, let me just find this audio file. One second. Okay.
Track 33.
Apart, pop. By, bob. Tongue, taste. Do, did. Mature, church. German, judge. Korean, clock. English, gig. French, tough. Fire, revive. Think, path. This, smooth. So, success. Easy, zeros. National, Spanish. Television, leisure. Men, mime. No, 9. Sing, language. Here, perhaps. Laugh, lull. Russian, rhetoric. Whisper, well. Use, few.
Okay, I hope you were following the lady from the table here. So how did you find that?
It's not so easy.
Ah. Olya, do you think that was difficult, what she was doing?
Some of it is difficult, some pretty easy, I think.
So these are all the consonants pretty much. So, and we're gonna go through them again. So I think the best is now for me to hear you pronounce these again. So you heard the lady pronounce it, yeah? So she first isolated the consonant, so she took it out of the word, and then she said the whole word together. So, for example, the first one, p, apart, pop. Okay, so let's see if you can repeat after all. I want to hear you say it, and then we can go on. So, Olya, do the first one.
Part, pop.
Good. Next one.
By, bob.
And by itself?
It's
B.
B.
B. Good. Excellent. Okay, Ivan, you can do it now.
P. Apart. Pop.
Good. And next one?
B. By. Bob.
Excellent.
Bob.
Very good. Yeah. Perfect. Both of you have said this perfectly. I think in Russian, how do you pronounce the letter P?
Is this one? R.
Ah, it's R.
Yeah.
Okay. But you have the letter P as well, right? P.
Yes,
Yeah.
we do.
Ah. See, in English, the alphabetical sound is P. Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
But in Russian, what's the alphabetical sound of P?
P.
P, isn't it? Or P.
Yes, it is.
Good, yeah. Because I know in other languages, like in Croatia, my mother tongue, actually, my parents are from Croatia and Bosnia, so it's the same there as well. You know, the Serbian, Croatian, you know, former Yugoslav language is very similar to Russian. We have Russian influence, okay? So it's the same. You know, they would say P, not P.
I guess it's
or P.
Slavic language, isn't it?
Slavic, exactly. Yeah, it's a Slavic language. Yes.
Okay.
All right, let's keep going. Next box, Olya.
Tongue, taste.
Very good.
D or D, you know. Did.
Do and did. Very good. Excellent. Ivan.
Tongue, taste. D. Do. Did.
Very good. Next one.
Mature. Mature, church.
Good.
German, judge.
Good. So these two are a little bit tricky now because they're quite similar. Okay. Ivan.
The first. Tsh. Match. Church. Dj. German, judge.
Ah, you see, you are actually reading. You're reading the dz. You're saying j, j, but you need to say this consonant like you would say it in the word. So if German, you say j. Yeah, judge, j. Mature, ch. Church, ch. Okay. Good.
Okay.
I see you've corrected yourself. That's good. Okay, Olya, next one.
Korean clock.
Good.
G. English gig.
Excellent. Ivan?
Korean clock. G. English gig.
Yeah, excellent. Very good. All right, next one.
P. French tough.
Mhm.
V. Via. Revive.
Excellent. Well pronounced.
What is via?
Via.
Buy something.
Yeah. So maybe you're traveling. How are you traveling? I'm traveling via.
It pronounced via.
Some say via. Some say via. Via is, I believe, more correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
F. French tough. V. Via revive.
Good.
T. Think path. These smooth.
So what's the difference between these two?
I don't know.
Me neither.
I'm gonna teach you now. So the first one, for example, let's look at the word itself. Think. Think.
Think.
Path. Path. Okay. The second one. The. Can you hear a difference? This.
The first more about S, and the second is about.
Okay, what I'm gonna do, you have to see me do it. So I'm gonna stop the screen share. So basically, for both of them, okay, your tongue should be between your teeth. Teeth. Okay, teeth. This is the first one. So one is soft. The soft TH. These are the two TH sounds. Soft and the second one is the strong or the vibrated one. It vibrates. Do you know what vibrates mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this. Yeah. This bottle. This. Now, if I use the soft TH sound with the same word, it'll sound like this. This. Sounds strange, doesn't it? So,
yeah.
This. Oh, this bottle. This bottle. What are you saying? Yeah. This bottle. This. It sounds more like a Z almost. Yeah. This. So your tongue is between your teeth at both TH sounds. However, the soft one, there is no vibration. Thank you. This. All right? So let's say that again.
Right.
Let's see if we can do that again. So let's repeat this last one. Olya?
Think, path, these, smooth.
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 Very good. Yeah, yeah. You have to make that distinction, the difference in sound. Okay, Ivan?
The first. Th. Think. Path.
Good.
This. Smooth.
Very good. Excellent. Both of you have pronounced it perfectly. So now, you see, English learners, they become lazy because maybe these two TH sounds don't exist in their native language. So what they do, instead of saying think, they say sink with an S.
Yeah.
Like in German, for example. Yeah, there's no TH sound. There's no thank you. And this, they use this, as in the Z. or the Z. Yeah, you need to. Don't fall for this trap. This is a very bad habit. This will make you sound very, like your English will sound very broken. Okay, let's do the next one.
So, success.
Excellent.
Zeros.
Very good. Yes, I can hear distinction between them. Ivan?
So, success. Easy, zeros.
Very good. Yeah. So even though at the end of zero there's an S, but that S actually changes to a Z or Z sound. Zeros. We don't say zeros. Yeah? That happens a lot, like in easy as well. We don't say easy. We say easy. All right. Next one.
National, Spanish.
Good.
Television. Television, leisure.
Excellent. Perfect pronunciation. Okay, Ivan?
National, Spanish. Television, leisure.
Excellent. Well pronounced. All right, moving down.
Man, mime. No, nine.
Perfect.
Man, mime. No, nine.
Excellent. All right, keep going.
It's sin, language.
Yes.
H, here, perhaps.
Yeah, good. So this is not the normal n sound like the one before. This is like n, language, sing. Yeah, good.
Like
Sin, language.
Good.
Here, perhaps.
Yeah. Here, perhaps.
Perhaps.
Good. This is also difficult for a lot of students, the H. And I think for the Spanish students, or maybe even for the Middle Eastern students, and also some, Russian or from the Slavic background, the H might be difficult, Sometimes the H sounds a bit sharp. It's actually very subtle. Here, perhaps. It's like you're out of breath. Yeah? So here, perhaps.
Here, perhaps.
Yeah, good. That's better. Okay. Next one, Olya.
Love, lull.
Good.
Russian, rhetoric.
Good. Russian, rhetoric.
Rhetoric.
Very good. Okay, Ivan.
Laugh, lull. Russian, rhetoric.
Perfect. Well done. Very impressive. You see, the R is very difficult, especially if you're learning the American standard. Yeah. In British, a lot of the words that have the letter R, you don't even hear the R. Yes. For example, I'll type it in the chat. I want you to read it for me.
What?
Olya, how would you read that?
Water.
Good. Ivan?
Water.
So you prefer the American standard? Yeah?
I just know the difference. I prefer British.
Yeah. So the British and the Australians, they would say water. The R is not heard at all. The American standard, water. Yeah, you see there's that twist at the end, water. And this is what's the most difficult, I think, for students. Unless they have developed that pronunciation from an early age while watching movies and so on. Okay. Okay, let's do the last couple.
Whisper, well.
Good.
Use, few.
Excellent. Well done.
Whisper, well. Use, few.
Good. Yeah. And also with this W, students mix it up with the V.
Yeah.
Like revive, whisper, well. When you say well, your lips, they have to perk. Well, well, whisper. Okay, not whisper. It's, yeah, revive. Okay, I think you know that anyways. You've pronounced all of them perfectly, I have to say. You've done really well. Okay, so any questions?
I have a question.
Yes.
Is there a rule about that in easy or zeros? Why it's pronounced like that?
Which sound are you talking about? Which consonant? Any?
Easy and zeros. Z. Yeah.
Oh, the Z.
Yeah. Why it's zeros and easy and it's S? It's the letter S and we pronounce it Z.
Ah. There is no. Usually, it's just it sounds. It's easier on the ear, so it sounds more natural and better. So, like rose, for example, rose.
So there is no rule.
There is no you know, you will find a vowel before, and sometimes after as well, the S. So when you do, it's gonna be a Z, a Z. Pretty much always, as far as I know. I can't think of a word that has the letter S in it, and it has a vowel before it or after it, and it sounds like an S. I don't think so, unless you can think of one. So in those cases, it's gonna sound like a Z. Z. Yeah. Zeros, mothers. Actually, in a lot of cases, that S becomes a Z sound.
Okay.
And it's got to do with the vowel that's before it. If you find double S and there is a vowel before it, then it's going to be an S sound. Yeah, like gossip, boss, and so on. All right. Any other questions? Okay, so let's have a look at what they say here. I'm cutting the first rows of the chart form page. Okay, so they're saying the consonants in the first two rows of the chart form pairs. Okay, so you see them: p, b, t, d, ch, j, k, g, f, v, and so on. The only difference between them is that the first is unvoiced and the second is voiced.
Yeah, it's like in Russian.
Yeah, you have the same rule. Yeah, like the TH, the two different TH sounds. One is unvoiced, thank you, and the second one is voiced. It vibrates, you can hear it. This, that, smooth, and so on. For example, here they're giving us to produce P and B in the same way, except that for B, your vocal cords vibrate. Yeah, just like with the TH, the voiced TH sound. So B, B, P, P, P. So it's like you're very subtle. There's air coming from your mouth when you say P. B, B, you can hear vibration. Try saying the sounds with your hand on your throat. Yeah, good example. Put your hand on your fingers on your throat. Can you feel the vibration? All the sounds in gray squares are voiced. So all the ones on the right are voiced. And the ones below, I think, apart from H, the H. H, that's not voiced. G, N, M, L, R, W, W, Y, Y, Y. Okay? And then we have B, V, D, Th, G, and so on. So they're all voiced. You can feel it if you put your hand on your throat. If you find a sound difficult, can you pronounce its partner? Remember, the only difference is that one is unvoiced, the other voiced. Find 10 words containing the consonant you find difficult. I think, are any of these difficult for you? Any of the consonants?
Maybe think and these.
Ah, yeah. So the TH.
Yeah.
Ivan?
Yes, the same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what you need to do, let's have a look if they give us another clue. Yeah, so they want you to record yourself. Okay, practice saying them, record yourself. If your mother tongue has few final consonants, as in Thai or Mandarin, record yourself pronouncing words with consonants at the end, both alone and within sentences. Mm-hmm. So you need to practice, and like I explained to you before when you were able to see me, you know, in both cases, the TH sound, your tongue must be between your teeth. One doesn't vibrate, which is the unvoiced, that's the path or think. The second, same position of the tongue between the teeth. However, you have to vibrate your vocal cords. So your throat must vibrate. So this, smooth, okay? This or these, you know, these, the plural. I'll type it. This, these. So the more you practice, the better you will become at it. So you just, because I think you can see the different sounds and you can actually say them, but you haven't practiced enough. This is why you still find it a bit uncomfortable, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So just practice them. Make sure they're differentiated when you're saying those words, and you shouldn't struggle anymore. What else are they saying? If you find it if you find it hard to differentiate two sounds, find minimal pairs where the only difference between two words is those sounds, and practice pronouncing them accurately. For example, for B and V, best, vest, jibe, jive, boat, vote. Then ask a friend to listen as you say one word from each pair. So you can do the same thing with the TH sound. Yeah, you can say
This.
Yeah, this and thin or think, thin and yeah, or what else?
Though.
Very good. Though. Yeah, though. And
Smooth.
yeah, smooth. Think of all the words with the TH, and then I'm gonna type some of them now, so to see if you can pronounce them correctly. Okay, what's that word? How do you pronounce it?
Smoother.
No, that's smother.
Smother.
Smother, it's another word.
Smother?
Yeah. Google it.
What is it?
Try to Google it, see if you can find the answer.
Oh yeah, I know this word. Smother.
Yeah, it's a verb. Yeah, you can, kill someone by covering their nose and mouth so that they suffocate. Yeah. Yeah. It's the same as mother, only the S is put in front of it. Another one. Okay, pronounce that word.
Mouse.
Olya?
Mouth.
Good. Mouth. Mouth. So this is the unvoiced one. Okay, good. What about this one?
Those.
Good.
Those.
Yeah, those. Good.
How to pronounce this one?
Okay, Olya, pronounce Ivan's.
But I'm not sure that I spelled it correctly.
No, you did. You did.
Really?
Lay. Lay.
That's going to be length. Length.
Length.
Yeah. What's the length?
Oh.
Yeah. What's the length of the table? Yeah. How long is it? The length.
Oh, okay.
Length. Yeah, length. And the G or the G here, it's like in language. The language, length. Okay? It's like this one here. Sing, language. Length. All right. Any other words that you might struggle with? No. Okay, here's another one.
Them.
Yeah, good.
Them.
Next one.
Thousand.
Again?
Thousand.
Okay. Olya?
1,000.
Yeah, so this is the unvoiced. Yeah? The soft one. 1,000.
Yeah.
1,000. Not 1,000. 1,000. Yeah, what you need to do, you need to understand. I think you do understand it anyways. The two sounds. The. Okay, now you got that. When you come across a word, say it in the soft sound or the unvoiced, and then in the voiced th sound, and then you will know. I'm 100% sure you will know the exact pronunciation, because one always sounds easier to the ear than the other one. Like them. You say them or them? Them. 1,000, not 1,000. It's difficult to say 1,000. That's just one little trick.
Is it possible to say just M sometimes? I know.
Yes, yeah. That's like
I know M.
Informal, yeah. I like them. I like them. I like them. Yeah. Do you like this band? Yeah, I like them. I like them a lot. That means I like them, the singers. Yeah. With good, Olya, theory, both are going to be soft and unvoiced. Okay, it's time to go. 5 minutes over. I hope this was productive. I know that these consonants can be very difficult. And if you want to take a quick picture of this, would you like to take a photo?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let me share it with you again, so you can. Okay. Right. O Okie dokie. So you can have that, and you know, always refer to it because it gives you the phonetical writing of it, the phonetical alphabet. So it's good to know that as well. All right, have a great weekend. I hope you have a smashing weekend, and I shall see you on Monday.
Have a good weekend.
Thank you very much. Thank you for joining. It's been my pleasure teaching you.
Thank you too. Bye.
Okay, bye guys. All the best. Bye bye.